cakes for the families in need and decorate them and everything. So, yeah.
Hello.
And then, hey, everybody.
I don't see anybody in here yet, but hi, everybody. And
hi, everybody.
Replay. There will be an everybody at some point. But yeah, so I decided to start doing the upcoming collabs video again, like bi-monthly, because I was doing it weekly, but I felt like I wasn't getting enough new ones. And I felt like I was just saying the same thing over and over again. So I think I'm going to try it bi-monthly. Hello, Cool Gamer. Welcome in.
Hey, Cool Gamer.
I'm going to try that.
Yep.
So I'm in the middle
put my Instapot collab in.
Is that one?
That's coming in October.
Yeah.
Is that one open or is that one?
It's not an open, but if they want to participate, they can send me an email.
Yeah.
Thanks and fish. Cool.
What's your hashtag on that? Did you decide on one? Hello, Constance.
Hang on.
Tank and Fish.
You know what? I'm going to write everybody's name down from these channels because I am so terrible at remembering.
Cool Gamer is on one of y'all's. I'm going to guess Tina, but I'm not sure.
Maybe, yeah. I know him.
And
I write him down too during the chat.
Crafts, Creations, and More is Constance. She's in the Fall Fest 24 giveaway. She came from Sassy Southern NC Girl, who's also in Fall Fest. So definitely thank you to Jen for sending somebody over. And Tank and Fish, they are in my channel. I just connected with them. I believe they're from the Tuber Chat community.
Oh, okay.
Are you from the Tuber Chat community? I think you are, but I'm not completely sure.
I'll be right back. Hang on. I gotta do this really quick.
Okay. I see. I asked her. I gave her homework. I didn't mean to.
You gave her homework?
Yeah, because I'm gonna do this video on the collabs. So it'll be a good I actually yesterday I filmed my Fall Fest video, and I did it in a costume.
Oh.
Yes, I'm from Tuber Chat. Hello, Daniel Berry Sports and Highlights. Welcome in. So yeah, so if any of you haven't heard about the Fall Fest 24 giveaway, it's a really cool collaborative giveaway where all the channels draw for a semifinalist, and eventually all those names go on a wheel for a grand prize winner. It's a great way to grow your community and your channel. Totally helps. It helps all sizes of channels. And because there's so many different genres in the collab, it totally helps. Hello. Let's see if I can bring this up so I could see it. Dismax TV. Welcome in. Welcome in. I was trying to make sure I said it right. I was like, let me bring this up and look at it a little bit closer. So yeah, there are 36 channels signed up for Fall Fest so far.
That's great. I'll text you that information, Gail. Okay. I don't have it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you homework.
No, I have to come up with the hashtag, but I'm pretty sure I have the title. And I thought I had it on my phone, but I guess not. So it's all good.
Yeah. So I decided, it kind of slows down a little more in the fall and winter. I was like, well, I think I have enough time. I could do that. I could do that collaboration announcement video. I don't think it'll interfere too much. So, yep, 36 channels so far. So not bad.
What's your goal?
Yeah, that's really good.
What's your goal to have?
Kind of the minimum I wanted was 50, and we're inching up on that pretty good. So if we get 50, we'll be as much as we were last year.
Yeah, I know Den's Max TV. I've seen that channel around.
Yeah. They must be in yours or Linda's. One of y'all.
I'm not sure.
And I know Crafts, Creations, and More. I've seen you around too. Mm-hmm. So it's good to see everybody.
There is a full list of all the collaborators. I just need to add maybe like 3 names to it. But it just says who's in. And it's got a scarecrow on it. And all the names are in there. Welcome in, Shelby.
Hey, Shelby, sweetie. How are you? That's my niece. My great niece, actually.
Hi.
Today is my daughter's birthday. She's the baby of the family.
Tell her happy birthday.
I will. They leave on their trip to London and Scotland on Thursday.
Oh, how
Her
fun.
and her husband, so they should have a really great time.
That sounds neat. Sounds
Yeah,
like
that's where my
Pray for their safety over there, so yeah. I'm
husband
excited.
was stationed in Scotland when he was in the Navy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Thank you, Crafts Creation and More.
That's cool. That's
So
cool.
yeah. So
Not
we
too much planned for this summer. We have an overnight trip with the camper, kind of local. We're just going to take the oldest stepdaughter and we're just going to camp. And we bought a box of those games that has like ladder ball and cornhole and whatever that disc one is. So we're going to bring that and playing cards. And so we'll have something to do there. She's the one that doesn't really like fishing. So
I'm glad to hear that. Tank some fish. It's been my concern.
Yeah. So
you know what? Fishing's so much fun. I have such great memories going fishing with my grandparents.
I like fishing. Yeah. I like it better when I'm actually catching than when I'm not. But like if
I'm okay with it. Just the act of sitting there, it's very relaxing.
As long as
on the water and that
overly hot, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it's like 100, like today was 109. People were talking about it's already starting to like slow down, and I'm like, slow down.
And Linda.
Hello, Joe, fix it for you. Welcome in.
Well, it was like in the 70s here today. I have all my windows open, no air conditioner, and I'm going to do that every day this week because
you're so lucky. Welcome in.
Hey, Blackberry Homestead.
Homestead. Hello, hello.
I hope you're doing well. I was thinking about you this morning.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking about her today too, but I didn't really want to bother her. When you're going through some stuff, sometimes you don't always want to be bothered with people.
Yeah.
So if you do
so I'm going to talk in code here to you. Just let me know when you want to start up with the group that I created to help you out there.
Oh, yeah.
And all you have to do is just email me and I'll add you in, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
Did Ariella email you?
No, I haven't heard anything from her.
Okay.
So if she wants to, she's more than happy to email me.
I sent her your email address.
I mean,
just keeping my ear out to see. Just keeping my ear out to see who might be interested in that particular type of group. So, whether it be a monetized channel or a channel trying to get their last little requirements for YouTube.
Yep. I finally, I can add freezer clean out in it, but my intention was every bit counts challenge. I finally went through my freezer and I pulled all my beef bones out, shoved them in the roaster yesterday, let it go all day, all night, cranked it up today when I got up this morning. And before I came on here, I was picking all the meat off the bones and everything. I think I'm going to give some to the dogs, but I've got all this beautiful bone broth too.
Yeah, I was thinking possibly doing bone broth in the fall. I kind of was saving up some bones and stuff. I've never done it before. I need to make a video. I decided when I was on the live with Ken from It's All About Biology that I needed to make a video to talk about all the things I've tried because of YouTube. Because there's a long list of things I would have never done if it weren't for YouTube. Welcome in, Peaceful Des. Hello.
I take all my old, any meat that I didn't use, it's freezer burned.
Yeah.
And any old vegetables, and I pressure can them and make dog food out of them.
That's awesome. Yeah. And
because the dogs love it, and it lasts. You got it lasting that much longer.
Urban Harvest, I still have all the bones. I put them in a grocery trash bag, and they're in a trash bag. And there's so many bones. I was like, I should dehydrate these to make the bone meal out of them. But
yeah, I wanted to try that after Heather told me about it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't have enough bones right now to really
Oh.
mess with it. I needed more.
I have so many of them.
But
So
Do you pressure cook them first so they're soft?
I just put them in my roaster all day long. I have like a 25 gallon,
Yeah.
25 quart roaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've heard about that, but I haven't done it yet. I haven't made my own bone meal yet. I have
yeah,
been, I've really only been buying it about 3 years, actually.
yeah. The
About
farmers here, the bones are really cheap. They're not that expensive to purchase from if you know a local farmer around Gale.
yeah.
They're really inexpensive. So
Or one of the local meat processors. We go to an Amish one,
oh yeah,
and you can just get a bag of bones for hardly anything.
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I pulled a whole chicken out that's been sitting in my freezer. I want to cook it and then save all the juice and the bones. And then I have chicken bones that I've been saving throughout the year that I want to throw in and do that too.
yeah, that's
Does
a good
does
idea.
the chicken and the beef bones taste totally different?
In the broth?
Yeah, in the broth.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, it does. Um, the beef has more of a beefy flavor. Like you can tell it's just, you know what I mean? I added vegetables in it. Because I was just started it off plain, but it was too plain in taste. So I'm like, okay, this needs a ton more pepper and salt and onions and carrots in there. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I think for the chicken, I'll add just celery, onions, carrots, but
Yeah.
and do it too. Because I use the broth for when I make, aside from soups, I use chicken broth or a vegetable broth when I make my pasta sauce versus water because it just gives it a richer taste.
I didn't know
So,
if I'd said hi to Robin. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
hey, Robin.
Joe is in.
Georgia.
I was going to say Georgia. I was thinking, my brain was clicking on it. I was like,
That's Ginger's husband from,
yeah, it is.
yeah.
It is. Yeah. It just took me a minute. It was like, I'm good with putting names and channels, but I don't always remember like what state people are in.
So Joe and Ginger are together.
Yes, they're a couple.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's what I need to know. I'm trying to get
I didn't
everybody's
connect that
names right.
myself, Linda, for a while. I filled
Oh, yeah. Well, I met them at Pinecone Fest last year,
Oh, yeah.
but I think I knew before that.
I don't know whose channel he's on.
Um,
Joe, fix it for you. Whose channel are you on?
Yours, I think.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Somebody's besides mine. Yours or Linda's. Have made rabbit, chicken, and deer broth. Oh, I haven't ever made deer broth. I haven't made any broth, really.
So I've never eaten deer and I've never eaten rabbit. My chances of ever eating rabbit are very slim.
I love deer.
that video about bunnies, but I didn't mean bunnies rabbit. I was making a play on words. And I think this lady was getting mad in my comment section. I was like, I haven't eaten a bunny since I was like a kid and my parents pretended it was chicken, right? So
Hey, Ariel.
I didn't even eat it on purpose, okay? I didn't mean to.
Ariel, if you've emailed me, I just want to let you know I haven't received an email from you if you did email me. So, and if not, that's okay too. I just want to let you know that.
He's not, Des.
You know what I mean? Like,
Ariella. Hi. Yeah. So.
Terry.
hey, Terry. So I don't know. He's either on my channel or he's on Linda's channel. Peaceful Diaz. I'm not sure. So
Y'all over there writing names down.
Yeah, I'm
I
writing
didn't.
everybody's name down.
Very crafty.
So,
333.
If you
Welcome.
want to give me your name,
Okay.
I will write it down so I can call you by name.
If that's Ariel, if that's something you want to participate in, I would love to have you. And whenever you want, you just email me, okay? Whenever it's convenient. It's no rush.
Yeah, I did come to a decision on the Fall Fest 24 Canada. So this is the way I decided to do it. That is the easiest way for me without having to add another 10 or 12 channels over here doing a separate thing. I made one separate video. It'll come out September 3rd, the day after, because I don't want to have two videos coming out the same day. So it'll come out September 3rd. All the people in Canada will comment where they live. And from that, I will make sure they're all in Canada. Then I'll put them all on a wheel and draw for one winner, and they'll win all the prizes for Canada. So that's how I decided to do that.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So I've already got seven prizes donated for Canada. So it'll be no semifinalists, just one grand prize winner that will win the whole kit and caboodle.
That'll work.
Yeah, I think that's easy. All I had to do was make one extra video. I already got the video done. It says Canada only in all caps. And I'm not going to use a random comment picker on that video because, well, I could use a random comment picker, but then I have to check after I see the name pop up. I have to check to make sure they're actually in Canada, like go to their about page. Does it look like Canada? Go back to their comment. Did they say where they were from? So anyway, when I mean it's for Canada, I mean it's only for Canada.
Yeah.
So,
but that's good that you included them.
Yeah. I figured this way they're included, but I'm not forcing everyone to send a prize to Canada. The people who can't afford to do that don't have to. So I think it'll work out okay. We'll see. If I don't get that many comments on the Canada video, then I probably won't do it again. But because it'd be like, well, they didn't really, there's not that many to even, do it again. Hello, Mona did what? How are you?
Did you reach out to Tiffany over at Canadian Family Life? Just
over and over and over and
okay.
over and over and over and over.
Okay.
I don't know if she ever responded back. I think she was sick though, so sorry for the sarcasm. But that's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah, because she was the one so adamant in asking. So I wanted to make sure she got the answer. So I tagged her and then told her in a couple of chats. And I was like, man, I'm bugging her. I'm going to leave her alone now. She's busy. And then I saw where she said something about being sick. So she might not have been around, or whatever.
Sure. I'm writing down names. Sorry, guys. There's a couple people on here that I wasn't aware of. So I will reach out to you over the course of the week. Hey, Mono. Good to see you.
Yeah.
So baby chicks are growing up. They're 1 month old.
That's cool.
They're growing. There's one, I believe I have three girls and one rooster.
Oh, how neat.
Yeah.
Ask her what, Mona?
You may want to ask Kelly Quilts and Crafts.
Pretty much all. If you're talking about telling her about Canada, then if you're making a Fall Fest video, you can mention the Canada only giveaway video if you want. I didn't make that a requirement because I didn't know I was going to be doing that. But yeah, well, she can comment on the video, I guess, to win, or even to donate a prize if she wants. So same as the other thing, if they donate a prize, they can still also enter, so that makes that fair too. Hello,
hey, Jan.
Jan Homestead, how are you?
Hi, Jan.
Jan, did you ever get my package?
Just
This mail service is terrible. I ordered something for my event, and they had to return it because the package was damaged, and I'm waiting for a refund.
where are you at, Terry? Are you in Canada? Also, when the Canada video comes out, you can share it and tag your friends in Canada that you want to comment on it or enter. You could do that as well. So,
Yeah, it's expensive to mail out to. Who's here? Who's a homesteader in the group from Canada? There's a women in homesteading conference from my friend Holly over at 50 Acre Farms that she has started, and they do some really great things. And I encourage, if you're in the area, go look her up. She's on Instagram called 50 Acre Farms. Her homestead. She was one of our guests when we did our live once, if you remember. No, you weren't with me, were you?
no, I was out of town or at my mom. I think I was in ministry that day.
Yeah, it was something. You weren't there. But yeah, go check her out if you're in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's everybody having for dinner?
I'm having leftover last night dinner.
Good.
The
That sounds
video
good.
dinner.
Rice and green beans.
Grow it, cook it, video dinner.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
What, Gail?
Chicken and rice and green beans.
That sounds good. I got nothing.
You have nothing? Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't know what to make. I get
There'll
so.
be an actual video for it. It's going to come out on the 3rd, not the 2nd, because I thought about it. I had it scheduled for the 2nd. I was like, well, notification is not going to come on for 2 videos in the same day. So I might as well just post it the 2nd day. So that's what I decided to do.
That sounds good, Mona.
Yeah.
I was gifted. So my friend from church calls me and says, "Hey, we Tree of Life is a ministry here," and said they got all these boxes of bananas in. So she calls me and she goes, "You want some bananas?" And I said, "I'll take a small bag, right?" Nope. She brought me a huge box of bananas, and I'm like, so I brought them home and put them in bags and just threw them in the freezer, and we'll eventually get to them and make something out of them. Yeah, I even gave some away, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with all these bananas.
Banana bread, smoothies.
Well, yeah, that's what I say, but muffins, oatmeal, right?
Yeah.
So that sounds good, Robin.
Yeah, it does.
I'd make
with shredded lettuce.
Yeah, we eat a lot of
thanks, Robin.
Chicken, green beans from the garden. Yeah, so our meal is similar, but I'm having rice with mine. Get up and have breakfast. Ooh, breakfast sounds good too.
Yeah, and I may just put an egg on for me. It's that simple. My husband will get some soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Mona. And I had some frozen, just individual ones, but this is.
I freeze them for banana smoothies.
Yeah.
Like, say if I eat half the banana and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know why, but I don't feel like eating the rest of it. I'll just take the other half and put it in the freezer.
I've done that too.
And then you take it out and put it in your strawberry banana smoothie and you're ready to go.
Yep. So aside from smoothies and bread, give me some of your best recipes making bananas, using bananas.
That's all I've got. I've never got creative with bananas before. Banana split.
You could make crock pot French toast with bananas.
Oh, I could do that. That's a good idea. That sounds delicious.
Yummy. Banana pudding.
Yeah, banana pudding. Yeah. Okay. See, there's 2 ideas. That's great. Muffins and ooh, I like that. The pancake too. Yeah, that would be good.
You can actually take the banana peels and
French toast
and cut them, wash them really good, cut them up really, so they're fine.
Mhm.
And then you fry them in the skillet,
Banana.
Oh, okay.
butter, and seasoning, and you'll get it'll taste like meat. You'll be surprised at how much it tastes like meat.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
You might look that up. Banana
Recipes on YouTube about it.
bet
I
you can
will.
look up recipes for banana, but I was gonna say banana chips, but I tried that and it wasn't very good. It wasn't very sweet. But maybe you could find a better recipe than me, and it'll
Oh
work.
yeah, you could dehydrate them.
Yeah, dehydrate.
Yeah, I do have some dehydrated now because I had a plan for those dehydrated bananas.
You
Yes.
could
Yeah.
I actually went and got bananas just for the banana peels this morning.
Okay.
really?
Starting to amend parts of the garden, and this is the time of year I get the bananas and I chop them up in small pieces
Yeah.
and let them.
I've never heard of banana jam before.
That sounds really good, huh?
What?
What? Do you have a recipe for that?
Banana jam, huh?
So I love pineapple jam. Mm.
There's
Yeah.
probably some drinks you can make out of it too. Some cool smoothies and stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, you got some good ideas there. Cookies,
You could
pancakes,
make like
French
a fruit
toast.
roll up with it, like
Like a fruit leather.
Yeah.
blend
Yeah, I
it up,
could.
put some lemon in it, and make some fruit leather.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Tammy from Mountain Grandma has a recipe on that,
Yes.
but I don't think she called it fruit leather. She called it fruit roll-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same,
Yeah.
sort of the same thing.
That's awesome. I got some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new ideas. So yeah, thank you everybody. I appreciate it.
A lot of
I'm
great.
happy now. Now
I
I
want
want
to
to go
try the
start.
banana jam.
A banana cake,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can make banana cake.
an actual cake.
I can't eat peanut butter. So I can't eat peanut butter and I can't eat like regular sandwich bread. The only bread I can truly eat is sourdough.
Yeah.
So okay, so that sounds good too. I could do that, huh? Put a popsicle stick on it, dip it in chocolate, and then freeze it.
Yeah.
Chocolate covered bananas like you have at the fair when you go to the fair.
Yes.
That would be neat.
Oh, and thank you all for your suggestions. I'm
banana
gonna put cake down. Because
Yeah.
when we start back with our church group on Wednesdays and
I
it's
didn't
my
think
turn
I
to
had
bring
any
a
good
dessert.
ideas, but I had a couple, didn't I?
Yeah.
There you go.
It'll be perfect if I can make it ahead and keep it nice and frozen because I think like pumpkin bread and I think banana bread or cake or whatever always tastes better when it sits a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Because all the flavors.
Some
That's
cake.
my opinion though. But yeah. Anyhow.
Now I want cake. Thanks. Yeah, it does actually sound good. Some cake.
Yeah.
I like carrot cake. I like chocolate cake. My favorite, the one my mom always made me for my birthday, angel food cake with pink icing, and then she'd put strawberries on it and around it. And sometimes she'd drizzle it with a little bit of chocolate. It just depends. But I like it plain too, just by itself.
I know I'm reading that. Is this for the jam? So it's 1 pound of sugar to 1 pound of bananas. And so I don't use pectin actually because I boil the fruit to let their natural pectin come out. So, but I would have to get pectin for this, right?
Yeah. How much pectin do bananas have pectin in them?
Well, most fruit has a natural
Oh,
pectin.
that the white part, the stringy part of the banana, that's the pectin. Because I used to always pull those strings out, but somebody told me that's the pectin. You need to eat that. That's good for you. That's what
I'll do some research on that.
Yeah, banana
Thank you
ice
so much.
Somebody who said banana ice cream? Somebody said.
So pectin is a powder substance that you use when
Yeah.
you're making jams or
Yeah,
jellies
jelly.
that activates and thicken it. But the thing is that most of your fruit has natural pectin in it if you boil it. And so Ruth Ann Zimmerman with Homesteading with the Zimmermans has a video on it. And now I do that because it's healthier for you. Yes, it may have a lot more sugar in it than if you use pectin, but let's think about it and get real. You don't use the whole jar in one sitting. You use a little bit of jam and then,
Yeah, small.
so maybe a teaspoon of jam or so on it, your bread.
Grape jelly is it's my first jelly ever. So that's why I picked
Have you used it?
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
How is it? You like it?
Good, yeah, I like it. I love it. I did a good job. I mean, for the first try. I was very nervous. If you ask
Yeah.
my husband, he was helping me with a videoing because he was trying to hit certain angles, and I was very nervous, but that's on the list. Like I say, there is a big list of things I've tried because of YouTube.
Yeah.
Smoke
Same
making,
here.
pasta, biochar.
How did that do for you, Gail, the biochar?
Too many bugs to really tell. I don't know.
That is why I'm just going
Yeah,
back.
do it again.
I'm
know.
telling you, my garden that's thriving right now is because I just went back to everything that I know that works for me.
Thank you, Dan.
I've tried. It's fun to experiment and try new things, but I'll tell you, just throw down some dirt.
Jake. Welcome in, Jake, with Nunya, Texas on the back 20.
Hey, Nunya, Texas.
If you guys see something go in front of my camera, it's a fly.
Oh yeah, it's that time of year.
That's the problem of a farm.
That flea machine that we bought, it has a light in it, and it has on the bottom, it has a sticky paper.
Oh yeah.
And the bugs get drawn by the light and then get stuck on the sticky paper, and you have to keep changing the paper, but it catches flies and fleas, and there's a third thing. Can't remember. But anyway, it catches at least 3 different things.
Nice.
But it's been working really well. So,
well, yesterday we were sitting watching a video on YouTube, and my husband yells, "A lizard just ran across the floor." We had a lizard in our house.
Oh my!
It's still in our house, and I don't know where it's at.
Better than a mouse.
You don't find it in
a snake.
I just had my first encounter with a black snake a couple of weeks ago out in my chicken coop area. I talk about, I mean, did I overreact? No, I don't think I overreacted one bit. My son thinks I overreacted, but it's a snake. God, who cares?
As an overreaction to a snake.
I overreacted.
Or a spider.
I don't overreact to
That's my opinion.
many bugs, I'll be honest with you. I mean, except for there was one morning when I was opening up the front door and I went, oh, and I shut it really fast. And my son comes out and he's like, okay, Mom, what is it? I said, don't open it. I said, don't open it. He goes to open it and he closes. He's like, oh my gosh, what is that? I said, it's one of those murdering hornets that just sting. He thought it was another one of those spiders. So,
do dragonflies attack you?
No.
I was outside and I was pulling out things in the garden, trying to, because you have to do your creativity in reverse and you got to clean stuff up. So I'm out there and I'm pulling out the tomato plants, and sure enough, something kept dive bombing my head, and I'd walk away a little bit. And after about 3 times, I moved to another area and it kept doing it. And I said, okay, it's time to go in. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is does not want me out here. So
you should have been filming that.
I know that would have been a great short or great blooper, funny video because, I was freaking out too. I was like, what is that? And I just like, It was crazy.
Look at what Mona's comment
I
is.
know. I would die. I was reading Mona's comment.
I
No,
hope they're dead at least.
the only thing I can say is that it's helped the field mice population. And so, has anybody noticed it's getting darker a lot earlier? I
I've noticed
mean,
there seems to be a extreme amount of leaves falling down because it's not technically fall.
it's because
Well,
it's dry. We're all lacking rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Hmm
Yeah.
That's it. They
I
said
noticed.
something. There was with the fire or smoke or sand or something. I don't remember. So that may be why it's getting darker so fast. But
I know because I have to be out to lock my chickens up by, like 8:15
oh wow,
because it's dark and I personally ever since that snake came I just don't like going out there at nighttime anymore because that's when I
yeah,
first found it. So I go out with the flashlight and I have two areas to my coop and the back side isn't being used right now, but it's all fenced off. And I see the little field mice just like running. Now my other chickens would catch the mice and just they would toss it around like a hockey puck is what they would do.
Yeah. We've actually started to get little ant hills, and it's weird
Me
because
too.
all the other bugs attacked my garden this year, but the ants were nowhere to be found. But it's almost like now that all the other bugs are done, now the ants are appearing. So I
yeah,
came in here and I boil water and I just pour it on top of there
yeah.
because I'm like, bye
And
ants, you know.
I've had red ants and I'm like, where did these come from? Never had red ants before, but now they're out at my garden.
They're not fun to get rid of. But this year I had every other kind of bug possible, but never really saw ants very much. They were kind of there, but they were kind of just not really messing with anything.
Did you plant a squash plant again, Gail?
I planted zucchini, butternut squash, lettuce, and kale. That's my tiny little fall garden.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. They
And
say you can plant corn in August too. So at least
Well,
in
here my last day would have been I could have planted corn up until like the 4th of July after it wouldn't have. There maybe is there's because I noticed there's certain seeds now that you can go purchase that will germinate, not germinate, but produce in a shorter period of
Mhm.
time than normal.
mhm.
So, but my garden really is coming back from all the things that have come in and eaten it. Things are starting to produce.
Yeah,
So,
That's
the
good.
bugs are dying off. And I also did a second batch of zinnias so I could have some pollination and some
yeah.
color. While I'm out there, I'm amending certain parts of the garden. I thought it would be, I'm already out there, so I could just water it a little bit every night while I'm amending. At least there'll be something to look at that's not ugly and dead. Now the zucchini is not going to get too big because it's in a raised planter, so the roots won't have too far to really. But even if I get the small ones that you use just for frying or whatever,
Yeah.
that's fine. Because I already had the monsters. It's been me. Oh my gosh, it took me forever to process that one that was 15 inches. I made zucchini bread. I made zucchini squares. I put some in the freezer. I gave some to the chickens, and I took the seeds out of it.
You know what I like to do with the big ones? I like to slice them up and make zucchini chips, dehydrate them, put
Mhm.
seasoning salt on them, different seasonings, and just dehydrate them. And they're so good as a snack.
Yeah, I tried kale chips this year, and I really liked them. I thought they were really good.
I bet it's good, Mona. I
Yeah.
just harvested a bunch of kale. It's in my refrigerator. I'm not sure what to do with it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what I do with the zucchini that's left, I put it in 2-cup increments because that's how much it takes for zucchini bread.
yeah.
You put it in 2-cup increments and freeze it. But you can also use it
Yep.
like warm it, thaw it out, warm it up a little bit, and use it like the pasta underneath your spaghetti.
Yep.
I've done that before, and it's really good.
I do that and just add it to different rice and soups and stuff. pasta sauce.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I
Yeah.
think zucchini is wonderful peeled and sliced up with scrambled egg cooked in butter and salt and pepper.
I
It's
cannot.
so good.
I don't like zucchini. I cannot get the texture of it. It
Yeah.
Yeah.
just does nothing.
That's like my
Nothing for
favorite
me.
thing. Like when it comes up in the garden, I'm all excited. I'm like, zucchini.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it too.
But I grew up with it. My parents always had it. My mom made zucchini bread and muffins in the summer, and my friends would all come over and they'd be like, I don't like zucchini, but they were hungry, so they'd try it and they were like, oh, this is good. I want another one. Is there any left? So
Yeah, no, I can I shred it up. I've made muffins. I've done a delicious lemon zucchini bread, and we all love that, and a chocolate zucchini bread. But when I cut it, and I've tried it so many different ways, I roasted it, making it a little more
you don't
crunchy.
mind it
I just can't. I
shredded.
don't like it.
You don't
I
like
tried.
it like sliced.
I've done zucchini boats for myself, and I just sit there and go, "Ooh."
People laugh at me when I tell them I eat collard greens raw, but collard greens is like lettuce. I mean,
Well, right. So
you cook it.
I actually just
I
bought
didn't cook it mushy. I preferred it like lettuce.
do you like patty pan squash?
I
Are
haven't
those
really
Like a
tried
flying
it.
saucer, they're round.
yeah, the
Like
little
a
I
Yeah,
love
white
those.
with the.
I love those too. Now I'll slice that down
What
raw.
is the flavor of that one?
Hey,
Hello,
Christy Betts, good to see you.
what's the flavor of the patty pan squash?
I don't know if it has a flavor, but just sliced raw has a better flavor to me and texture than zucchini.
Yeah, zucchini does have a weird texture. It's kind of like eggplant.
Yeah, it's mushy.
Mushy.
And
Yeah,
I don't like mushy.
yeah.
I don't like that.
That's what I don't like about cooking the collard greens because it makes it mushy, and I don't like mushy.
Right. The mushy. It's a texture thing.
When I make banana pudding, everybody puts their wafers on the bottom and in the middle or whatever. I make the pudding layers and I put the cookies on top at the very end. Then I eat it once. After that, I don't eat it again because the cookies are
Do
mushy.
you use the vanilla wafer cookies?
Yes, I do.
I was just checking.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm not a cookie ice cream. I'm not a mushy cookie person. I have a mushy thing too. I'm like, ooh, mushy.
No.
No mushy.
Anyhow.
I like mush.
I guess I like zucchini mush. I don't know. I mean,
No, I've had fried zucchini, which is really good. But I mean, how healthy is that once it's breaded up and
Yeah,
fried?
really.
Okay. So
zucchini lasagna.
Yeah.
I do want to try that, but
yeah, I would try that.
whatever.
And I even tried
probably going to be big enough.
what is that thing called where you the spiral? I even did that to like, okay, I can do this. No. I threw it all out.
Yeah, I wonder if you'd like it if you breaded it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But even like a butternut squash, I try very hard to eat that too.
Oh, you don't like it either? What?
I try very much to eat it. I make a really great butternut squash soup, and it tastes just like pasta because it comes with chicken and everything in it. It's very good. But
I'd like to try that. Maybe you could send me the recipe.
I'll
You
find
can
it
make
for you.
buttermilk. I mean, you can make
Have you made it for your channel?
butternut pie.
No.
Right. No, not yet.
Have you done a cooking video on your channel before?
Me?
Linda.
Oh, yeah.
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 She just made one.
I just made one that's going to go. I'll upload it tomorrow.
Well, the one I watched, she's
Nice.
going to do Grow It, Cook It. But the one I watched where she took, I don't know, it was like some pasta and
Yeah.
produce from the garden that you harvested in
Yeah.
the skillet the other night.
Yeah. Yeah.
The reason I ask is Heather and I are going to have a soup collaboration in November. And so people that are interested, we're signing them up for a date. So they'll
Oh,
post
okay.
their video on a certain date.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some kind of
You
giveaway
want him
thing.
to go with you? He's not going to leave my side. Nope, he's going now.
I like last year was my first year for butternut squash, and I decided it's my second favorite now. I like it.
So, I mean, you can use it versus pumpkin for pumpkin pie, for pumpkin bread. Did you know that?
Yeah. And carrots too.
Yeah. So,
I'll try that.
just
Because
so
I still
if you
have
grow
some.
pumpkins but grow butternut squash, you can, bake it in the oven just like you would the pumpkin whole, and then scoop it out and puree it up, and then you can make pumpkin cookie, pumpkin muffin, pumpkin pie, pumpkin whoopie pies, which I
Yeah.
did a video on. So yeah.
And I actually like the squash taste or sweet potato taste better
Yeah.
than pumpkin. The pumpkin has too much of there's something I bother.
I
Yeah.
discovered, I thought all these years, I thought it was the pumpkin I did not like. But I figured it out. It's not the pumpkin I don't like so much as when they put too much pumpkin spice into things. So if I make it something with pumpkin and I go easy on those flavors, I'm good. But I think it's an overkill of that ground clove stuff that's not
That
my
allspice that they put in.
So I don't use ground cloves in my recipe. I
Yeah,
don't.
I actually
Yeah.
did one day I wanted to do a recipe and it called for pumpkin spice and I didn't want to go to the store. So I looked it up and I mixed the things together and I just went lighter on that or none. Maybe I did none. I'm not sure it's been a while. But anyway, I did that for that recipe. So I do know now that you can make your own.
Yeah.
Chris, you cook it in the microwave first, and
It's
then
an
you cut
overkill.
it.
And they are hard to cut.
But if you cook it in the microwave or just,
Soften it up.
yeah, it'll soften it up.
Do you put the whole thing in there?
I just cut it in half and stick it in the microwave or whatever. The easiest way you can do it. But you can put the whole thing in there, just like a potato.
Yeah.
But is that before you cut it, the butternut squash? Put it in the microwave for a couple minutes just to kind of soften the outside
Just
and then
soften
cut it.
That's true, Ariella. Can be a little bit over the top.
You know what, Christy, what I would do, then just sharpen your knife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they
Oh.
are very hard to cut. I've had that. Just be very careful. I
I
find them
peel it first
so.
and then I cut it into little bite-sized pieces and I make mine like you would make yams, kind of. Except for I don't put marshmallow on it, but I mean, I make it like you would make a yam recipe.
Yeah. Cut the top off of the butternut squash first in the bottom part and see if that helps cutting it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a key. Remember last week about consumerism?
Well,
A sharp knife is an essential tool to have.
yeah, I like
I was thinking that as I was trying to cut banana peels with my knife earlier, and I was like, she was just talking about that. I'm like, I need to tell my husband I need some knives, man.
Yep.
Last year I told him we needed something for the kitchen, and I said, you know what? This is not a Christmas present. Oh, it was pans. I said, this is essential for the household. This is not something I want for me. We have to have this. Our pans.
Hi, Mona. Thanks for coming in and thanks for your tips on the bananas.
I just had him replace the pans last year.
Yeah.
So I think now I need to insist on the knives.
My son got me one of those honey knife kits that you buy at Walmart, and it comes with the honey knives in it and the deboners and stuff. And there's a big one in there. And so in the video last night, I was doing, I use that knife because I like it. It's sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah. That reminds me of a video I wanted to make. So probably 2 years ago, it could even be 3 years ago now, but I want to say it's 2. I'm not sure though. I made a video of my emergency bag or go bag or bug out bag. There's like so many names for it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I have 15.
So I've got a few like new items hubby purchased for me. So I
Mhm.
want to make a video showing what's in there, because there's a few new things that we've learned that are in there now that weren't in there last time. So I'm thinking about, I used to, when I very first started YouTube, I made a list of videos I wanted to make, and I'd leave it on the refrigerator and check it off as I go. And that's literally, I need to do, like, if you went back and did what you did at the very beginning, you might have some measure of success, because you get complacent after a while and you just kind of stop doing what you used to do, and you don't even realize it. It just kind of falls off naturally. And you're like, I used to do this, but I don't do that anymore. So maybe if I did that, it would help me, possibly.
Yeah. But you never know.
You never know. But maybe that was the thing you were doing that was wrong. You never know.
Yeah.
That'd be my luck. I'm
Early on videos were horrible.
providing something stupid that nobody liked in the first place. That's totally. But yeah.
But it'd be fun to do the list thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the list. I need to, I'm looking at my refrigerator. I need to clean some clutter. I'm always putting things on the refrigerator. There's like a grocery list and all kinds of stuff.
I took everything off my fridge.
I need to make a video of my garden collage that I made that has my garden plan on it and show that to everybody. So I took it and put it on a poster board, and I cut out little squares for the beds, and I write on them what, was going to go there. And then I had a little extra space.
Neat.
Yeah. So I thought it would be a good way to determine what do I actually have enough room to grow.
Yeah.
And what do I have to kind of eliminate? Because I really only have one section for all the viney things, and that's the back section that's almost a circle.
Yeah.
It would be a great place to grow corn, but I care more about having cantaloupe and pumpkin and goods and all those fun things more than I care about the corn. So that's why the corn hasn't happened yet, because they say you're supposed to plant corn in a circle, and that would be the perfect place. But I don't want to give up my wild garden for that. So I don't know what's going to happen. I may
Corn's a big pollinator too. You need to have it. It takes a lot to pollinate the corn. And I've heard if you don't have other cornfields around you, then it's really hard to grow. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to grow a lot.
A circle, so that that's how it pollinates each other. You plant it in a circle, and I guess when the wind blows, I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's smart people talk, and I'm not that smart. So
you think with all the Japanese beetles and the squash bugs that get pollinated. They're flying around.
Well, we have those lantern flies down here.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard about the lantern flies?
Yeah.
Now, not so much in my area, but I know I've seen a lot of them in Pennsylvania, and you're encouraged, like, whenever you see them, you're just supposed to kill them because they're so damaging.
What do they look like?
They're spotted lantern flies. I'll show you right now. I'll pull it up on my phone. They're a fly. They're red with spots on them. And they're so bad to your crops.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any in Kentucky.
Well, if you're in Kentucky and I'm in the Virginia, we're not that far.
Yeah. Yeah. I may have seen some, but I don't know.
No.
Can you see that? I'm sorry, Go.
No.
So just be on the lookout for it. It's funny.
Much identified all my bugs.
People here, they'll post on social media, I saw my first spotted lantern fire, whatever. Like, okay, so kill it. You're not supposed to have it. They're very dangerous. They will destroy your crops. I think they came from China, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
Just saying.
Yeah.
They were imported.
Now is white. I see those white moths, those white flies. That's the only thing I'm seeing right now. Everything else is gone.
Oh,
Somebody ordered them on Temu.
what'd you say?
I said somebody ordered them on Temu.
Oh, yeah, right. I tell you,
Probably.
so funny. So, Linda, I was watching one of your videos,
Mhm.
and I, so I was cracking up at you, but I understood what you were doing. Like, I got it. You were outside building something, and this was one of your older videos,
Mhm.
and I think you were putting something down in the spacing of the floor or something like that, and you stopped immediately, and you're like, "Did you hear that? There's something there." And you kept hearing
Oh,
something.
there was an animal in there with me.
Well, that's I was wondering, did you ever figure out what that was?
I mean, I'm like, I was by myself in that
Yeah.
cabin in the cave, and there was an animal in there, and it wasn't a little animal because I saw it when I went outside, and I actually saw it, the back
Okay.
of it. So it was something big, but I couldn't see it,
Mm,
to identify what it was. It's
maybe like a mountain lion, but your whole what you did, I'm like, good for her. Good for her.
yeah, I don't go
And
down
that's
there
the
and look
part
out.
that cracked me up. I'm like, okay, there's a
I have
reason
to
why
be
I like this
prepared.
person.
I
Yeah,
have to be
there's
prepared.
videos. There's videos that just I like to leave the funny if it's really funny, not just like a little mistake, but full blown funny. I like
Yeah.
to leave it in because, you know,
I left a blooper in, and on when you use your iPhone and you edit on off of your iPhone, you can put up, you know how you can put up like the comments in that clip.
Yeah.
And so I was doing this with my phone, and I was filming. It was such a good, everything was coming out perfect. And then all of a sudden my phone falls and it starts doing this. And so I'm like, you know what? I have to leave it in. I'm like, and I had typed in there, I'm like, okay, friends, wait for it, wait for it.
so I was outside and it had snowed outside. This is a few years ago.
I know,
So
Ariana.
we're having a snowball fight, us and the kids, and they were younger, of course. And so hubby, I'm filming, and hubby's throwing snowballs at the kids. So I have the camera on him. So all of a sudden, he decides to throw a snowball at me. And it knocks the camera out of my hands, and you hear me, and the thing falls down. And that happened on a video because he threw a snowball at me while I was filming. I didn't know it was coming. It was not planned. It was hilarious, but it was not at all planned. It was like,
No,
yeah.
no. We have enough wildlife here. We have coyotes, bear, fox. Um, I have not encountered a bear. I'm thankful for that. But
We don't have any bear over here except for a stray every once in a while that makes its way over, and
oh, okay.
but
You know
they're
what ran in front of my car earlier today when I was going to Walmart to get bananas? A road runner.
oh really?
Oh, how funny. Oh, how funny.
And I had just said the other day to my stepdaughter, I was like, I've never ran over an animal before. That thing goes running
Yeah.
out, but I didn't hit it. I stopped. Thank God there was no one behind me. And hubby's like, no, don't stop unless it's a horse, a pig, a deer,
Yeah.
something big
Yeah.
to hurt you because, somebody behind you could hit you. But I got lucky and he
I
went
bet.
back in the direction. It scared him and he went back the other direction. So I didn't end up hitting
Yeah.
him. But it could have been a really bad accident though.
Yeah, we primarily,
I didn't want to hit him.
yeah, you
Well,
gotta
I mean, you can't help it if you do either, you know?
exactly.
Moose,
Yeah,
yeah. Moose, definitely.
yeah. We don't
Yeah.
have our main
Yeah.
predator here is are the coyotes.
Yeah.
Coyotes and we have a lot of fox, a lot of possum. The coyotes are the worst, and we have bobcats. You know,
We do too.
and we don't have any cougars, but there have been people that have posted on Facebook, you know, that they encountered them. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, I think our worst predator here is raccoons, and I say that because we had four of our hens killed about 3 years ago
Oh, Christy, I'm sorry.
from raccoons. So
I ran over a squirrel, and one night it was late. My husband and I were coming home from Pennsylvania, and we were, and night driving country roads, it's hard to see, right? And we saw something come running.
yeah, I don't,
Man, there was nothing, and it was coming across the highway. You're doing 65 miles, 70 miles an hour. There's nothing that you can do, and just your whole car. It was so sad because you could feel it, and we kind of went up like, oh, that thing's dead. Don't know if it was like a cat. Didn't know if it was maybe a possum. I mean, you just didn't know. But there's nothing I could do.
I don't drive at night, but not because of that. I just don't drive because my night vision is not great, and I really haven't driven at night in a long time, unless I have to, and it's local. But like when I leave my mom's, I leave at a time that's like, soon enough to get back here. Actually, my brother-in-law was making fun of me. He's like, "What do you mean you can't drive in the dark?" I'm like,
I don't like driving in the dark either because of the deer.
You can't drive in the dark. I'm like,
so many deer.
I didn't understand why he was picking on me. I'm like, I'm not a wuss, okay?
No.
I mean,
it's deer season coming up too, so you're gonna have a lot of deer out there.
And it's just terrifying, especially when you saw that accident,
Yeah, even at home, I get my stuff done during the day, so there's no reason to drive at night. Now there was an event, like so I'm not like, I can't do it. I can do it. There was like a ladies' dinner. And so I drove myself, and then I had to drive back in the dark. So I don't mind doing it local occasionally, but I don't go out of my way to do it.
Yeah. That lady, when I first saw that video, and before you even said anything, and I just showed the picture of the fence, I'm like, how fast was this lady going? That was very sad and tragic, but that was my very first thought. Was like, how fast was she going?
As far as
I don't know.
Never hit her dad. Someday I won't be able to say that, but right now I still can.
Her dad said she was doing 65, but I don't know. I mean,
is it a 65 area?
It's a 55 area.
Oh.
But it's a straight road. And so I don't know. I don't know if you were doing 65 and you hit a deer, that it would split it in two and obliterate the deer, unless you were a semi. I mean, she had just a mid-size SUV.
I know.
And so I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. I've seen a lot of people get deer and never do that, so I don't know.
Sure. I was watching one of Linda's videos, and she had come out, and that was shaken up to see it.
Yeah.
And a car hit a deer, and literally the car must have been airborne to hit down into your property. And through the fence.
It had been airborne because to take the telephone pole out where it took the the power pole out.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, where was the deer? Did they ever find the deer?
Yeah, the police found the deer, and it was literally cut in two, and
she was going pretty fast then.
Half of it was obliterated.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
I've been
told me she had to be driving pretty fast.
I
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, she was lucky, like you said, she was really lucky to be alive, because that's a hard impact.
I was so thankful she was.
Yeah, that's good. She was.
You saw it too, Christy. Yeah.
I am going to go ahead and get off of here, guys. I have to pick
It's 7 here.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming up with me, and thank you guys in the chat for coming in.
It was
Yep.
fun.
And
Thank
I
you.
will see you tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern time for my live.
Okay. All right.
We'll see
See
you.
you, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Night.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming.